Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to another reading of the Elder Scrolls. Today we're going to be reading On Oblivion by Morian Zenas. Okay. It is improper, though common, to refer to the denizens of the Dimension of Oblivion as demons. This practice most probably dates to the Elysian doctrines of the prophet Makkah, which, rather amusingly, forbade traffic with daemons, and then neglected to explain what demons are. Nice. It is most probable that daemon is a misspelling of Daedra, the old Elvish word for the strange, powerful creatures of uncertain motivation who came from the dimension of Oblivion. In later tractates by King Hale, the Pious of Skyrim, almost 1,000 years after the publication of the original doctrines, the evil of his political enemies is compared to the wickedness of the demons of Oblivion. Their depravity equals that of Sanguine itself. They are cruel as Boethia, calculating as Morlag Baal, and mad as Shiggarath. Hale the Pious thus long-windedly introduced 4 of the Daedra Lords to the written record. The written record is not, after all, the best way to research Oblivion and the Daedra that inhabit it. Not the best way to research the Oblivion and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Those who, in the words of the Elysian doctrine, traffic with daemons, seldom wish it to be a matter of public record. Nevertheless, scattered throughout the literature of the First Era are diaries, journals, notices for witch burnings, and guides for Daedra slayers, which contain only a few contradictions. These I have used as my primary source material. They are at least as trustworthy as the Daedra Lords I have actually summoned and spoken with at length. Oblivion is a place composed of many lands. Thus, the many names for which Oblivion is synonymous, Cold Harbor, Quagmire, Moonshadow, and others. It may be supposed that each land of Oblivion is ruled by one prince. The princes whose name appears over and over, though it is not a sure test of their authenticity to be sure, are the aforementioned Sanguine, Boethia, Morlag Baal, Shiggarath, and Azura. You know it. I've heard it a dozen times. Muffler. That's not, whatever, Muffler, sure. Clavis Vile, Vanima, that's right. Malakath, Hermaeus, or what? Are they all not the same pronunciation? Hermaeus, or Hermaeus. Shouldn't it be Hermaeus Mora? Whatever. There is no consistent spelling. Oh, okay, fair enough. Mora? Mora? Who the fuck's Mora? It's like, seems like Mara, but not. Namira? Who? Jagalag? I don't know who that is. Nocturnal. Meferuns, yes. Dagon. And Perite. So there's only a few names there that I don't recognize. The biggest being Jagalag and Mora. They're not all of those ones are present in Skyrim, I know that for sure. As Daedra quests. Juggerlike, I don't think I've ever heard that name ever. In any of the books that we've read so far. Weird. From my experience, Daedra are a very mixed lot. It is almost impossible to characterize them as a whole, for their immense power and their penchant for extremism. Maroons Dagon, Morlag Baal, Perite, Boethia, and Vernima, are almost the most consistently demonic of the Daedra, in the sense that their spears seem to be destructive in nature. The other Daedra can of course be very dangerous, but seldom purely for the sake of destruction, as these 5 can. Nor are those 5 aforementioned Daedra identical in their destruction. Maroon's Dagon seems to prefer natural disasters, earthquakes, and volcanoes to vent his spleen. Spleen? Gross. Morlag Baal prefers employing actual Daedralings, and Boethia inspires in the arms of mortal warriors. Pyrite's spear seems to be pestilence, and Venima's torture. Summoning Daedra is not a difficult proposition, but it is usual and expensive one. Most mages guilds have a summoning room, but this is most often reserved for the highest echelon of the guild members, like me. Witches' covens are much less class sensitive, and the necromancers, the Dark Brotherhood, and many secretive kings and queens of Tamriel have private summoning rooms. Daedra princes usually demand some sort of service for those who summon them, though I am fortunate enough to have good relations with some and need not perform. In preparation for the second chapter of the series, I will be investigating 2 matters that have intrigued me since I began my career as a Daedra researcher. The first is on one particular Daedra prince, referred to in multiple articles of Incubibuda as Hircine. Yeah, you didn't mention Hircine before. Hircine has been called the huntsman of the princes, and the father of man-beasts, but I have yet to find anyone who can summon him. It didn't take me long. The other and more doubtful goal I have for the next chapter is to find a practical means of mortal men to pass through to oblivion. It has always been my philosophy that we only need to fear that which we do not understand, and with that thought in mind, I pursue my goal. So is this a series? I have to look it up. You know what, give me a second, and I'll see if there's any other books by the same person. Yeah. Okay, well I didn't have a really big look, but I couldn't really find anything. Like, certainly nothing. None of the other books in the game that are about Daedra are written by this guy, so maybe there's books in the next game? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe there was never meant to be another book. Maybe. Alright, let's rest for, not 24 hours, let's rest for 22 hours. Oh, there's my cough. Yep. Still here. Still being a bitch. We're about to get attacked. We sure are. Come on, game. Hurry the fuck up. You guys again? What? What's his name's guys to attack me? They're supposed to be like fully clothed, not shirtless assholes. Yeah. You know what, fuck it, let's just look outside now. Yeah. I mean, it was well try. Yeah, it was. Hang on a second. No. Let's try this now. Rest for another 12 hours, I guess. Okay, it is now tomorrow. And any others? Okay. We're getting on there, mates. We've been doing this for a while, you realise? I know. When did we start doing this? I don't know. We've read a ton of books. But I guess we'll read another one tomorrow. Sure. Wait, what? Yeah. 41. Okay. Yeah. Still gotta fix these fucking numbers. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just leave it. No, I think you should fix the numbers. Okay. Alright, so when we come back, I will be reading another book in East Tale. And maybe we'll get that last letter. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.